This is part 53 of A Cry for Help. And before we get into...
52?
53.
53.
Okay, it doesn't really matter, Joe. Before we get into all the dangerous situations we had last week, okay, we have to tell you what just happened now. I would love to tell the citizens of the world everything, but I can't, and you understand, because some things have to be secretive because of this lethal cult and the police. However, we found a way to get on to YouTube, abnormal ways, through the back door, because the cult, what they do every time we make an account, since they monopolize our computer system and have custody of it, they have all our stored passwords and they have all our account names, because they have remote controllers. They see everything we do, okay? So we have to find other means to get to YouTube. So to make a long story short, excuse me, okay, we had a different way to get onto YouTube. We had actually the YouTube screen before us where it says, you know, record. Okay, just like we have now. So we press the record button, and what happens is a little square comes out, connecting. However,
and it keeps on searching.
And it keeps on searching, and there's no time bar on the bottom, nothing. Okay, so they did not let us get on. Before they put this on, this cult is, they're very professional in their fraud.
Oh,
you
yeah.
think it's the real thing, and that's what's so scary, because I get counterfeit insulins and counterfeit products, and I cannot return any. And if you can't return your counterfeit insulins, how do you maintain your health? How do you live? We all know. We don't have to answer that. What they did, they put on a Microsoft label. Your computer has too much memory. Restart your computer so you can have your memory back. Now, if we restart our computer, we lose our webcam of YouTube. Okay? The cult is trying every which way, and this is very serious, and please listen to me.
For us not to put these videos out.
Because they want to get rid of us.
Right.
And we are terrified for our life. Okay? And after you hear all our stories, and hopefully they don't confiscate this video, okay? Because after we get off YouTube, we never know if the video is going to be saved, what they're going to do with it. They're going to, you know, I'm not going to write long descriptions because we must get the message out. The cult, we're at the stage where this cult and the police want to get rid of us, either by kidnapping us, okay, murdering us, and we are never to be found. However, when we report this to the citizens of the world, it'll make them think. Because if, God forbid, something happens to us, because we're scared stiff to walk out of our apartment, we're scared stiff to walk outside. If, God forbid, this happens, citizens of the world, and you never see us again, you know it's the police cult located in Richmond Hill, Queens, New York. The cult leader is Phyllis Leinwan.
Yes.
Okay, who works at PS 66 in Richmond Hill, Queens, New York. Her #1 precinct is the 102nd precinct, who brutalized us and threw us in filthy jails.
Back in October 2011.
Yes, right before my mother died. Okay? The originator, where it started, is Richmond Hill, Queens, New York. Phyllis Leinwan is the cult leader. She is connected with the big shots of the police department. Many people know about it, okay? They have told us about it, and we knew about it too, because we have so much evidence to prove that she believes she's a supreme being, and she can never go to court.
And she can just keep on destroying people's lives.
And kill them, okay?
She's a sick, demented woman.
Psychopath.
That's what it is.
Okay? So please, citizens of the world, if God forbid you don't see us again, you know that these people are not going to get away with it. Okay? Because after we report what we need to report to you, there are serious threats on our lives. And we are petrified and terrified. and we need help. And I was just saying to Joe this morning, our dream is that the media or powerful groups of people, legitimate people, come to either Rutland, Vermont, at 2 Clarkson Lane, Rutland, Vermont, or they come to our other address at 30 Grace Avenue, Great Neck, New York, apartment 3E. Now, you know we can't use our phones, we can't use the intercom system. There's no means to contact us. However, if you call Susan and Joe, come on down. We are here to help you. Okay? And you get these thugs who are sitting right at Grace Avenue Park, and Mario Tusco, who is always constantly spying on us and doing all kinds of illicit activities. That is our dream. Okay? And dreams do come true. Our dream is for you to come to one of our addresses and just call Susan and Joe. Come on down. We're here to rescue you. That's what we need.
But we need, because the cult is listening to this.
Yes.
And they might want to trick us, making believe these other people want to help us, Susan.
I know.
So you also have to understand, it can also be a trick at the same time. So Susan and I, we still have to be very astute.
Well, if
aware.
media comes, you will know it's media.
Right.
And if governmental officials or the strong legal authorities come, okay, you will know, because you just know they're legitimate. Okay, we know what the cult is like. Okay, they're a bunch of dirty, disgusting thugs.
They
spot them.
They mimic the real people.
They don't mimic the real people. They're thugs.
No, I mean they mimic. They want to mimic. If they're I know they're thugs. They mimic the real people, making believe that they're the real people going to help us.
No, I always know.
But we know. But we know.
I'm not tricked. That's why.
But we know.
You know,
we both know.
Just to let you know, they hate me. They call me mentally ill, nut job, this, that. Joe, they call the nice guy. No, we're going to tell the truth.
Yeah.
Because I just am very astute to the thugs. I can spot them 1, 2, 3. Joe, it just takes a little longer. However, Joe is getting much better. Okay? But they know that I run to them. I take pictures of them because I need my life back. I need my life back. I'm diabetic. I'm racing for time. I will not even get medications until this lethal corruption is exposed.
See, there's a song, which I'm going to say. It's called No More, Mr. Nice Guy. Remember that song? I think it's sometime they sang that song in the 70s. It says, no more Mr. Nice Guy. So, you just keep on saying I'm a nice guy. Well, you see the no more nice guy. And I'm telling you that right now as a fact. And I hope you hear me out there, all you bunch of corrupt cockroaches. You think you're so slick.
No, they're not slick,
You
Joe.
smell.
Joe,
you stink.
I want you... they're not slick. A lot of them have criminal records.
I know that.
But they're saved by the corrupt police.
Right. That's what
Who saves them? It's all about kickbacks.
Because they have their protection. That's why they think so slick.
You give me money, and I'll do anything.
Yeah.
And I'll sacrifice people's lives. It's outrageous what the police are doing. And there are good police.
Oh, they are. We have met some really nice...
Yes, and they actually told us,
people.
You know, Susan and Joe, I wish I could help you, but I can't. Because if I help you, I'll get ostracized from my job, and I'll get repercussions.
And they represent what the real police supposed to represent. They actually represent the law. They are policemen, and they're also humanitarian at the same time. But then you have the rotten ones.
I know, but
the point
is, Joe, the point is we cannot use the good police. That is why we're in such a dangerous situation. Okay? And I could understand. I really can, because the good police don't want to get killed. Okay? It's a matter of who's going to die here. And after you hear what we experienced last week, you're going to see how this cult and the police want us murdered, confiscated, obliterated from the world. And that's why these videos are so important. Because these videos keep us safe. and the citizens of the world are watching it. And please, fulfill our dream. Come to Grace Avenue Park. Come to Vermont. Somehow, this is the United States of America. There's ways to break through this corruption. Okay? We are not writing messages back to you. If anybody thinks that we're writing crazy messages, that's all the cult schemes to make us look like mentally deranged criminals. We never wrote any messages back. We can't write any messages.
We never did.
We are barred from using any communication, and it's scaring us. And when you bar somebody from communicating, it only means they want to murder you. Okay? There's no other reason why you would be barred. Now, let's continue with our story, Joe.
Yeah,
okay?
Because, we got it.
And I'm not going to leave lengthy descriptions because, first of all, they confiscate our descriptions. And it's important for us to move forward. And here comes the noise.
But I believe Susan says it's part 53. I believe this because we started with part 50 last night.
You know what, Joe? I'm not talking about parts. You know what? The part doesn't matter if it's part 85.
All right.
What matters is we get our message across.
I know, but we have to.
Okay. Now.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Come on, Joe.
Let's continue. All right.
We want to talk about the parts. Go ahead with the parts.
No, let's continue.
Oh, God.
All right. I know. Come on.
I want to continue. The last time we left was in Staples in Vernon, Vermont. All the college kids were acting like thugs. The cult leader there was in his black Escalade, making sure that the college students were doing their best performance so they could be paid royally. So once we left that scene, okay, what happened after that, Joe?
Once we left that scene, what did we do? We went to...
we saw the police coming in.
We saw the police coming.
Because the college kids said, I'm calling the police.
Right, that's what we saw.
That's what they always do. Of course they're calling the police. The police are part of the cult. And the police come. So, of course, we run away because the police are dangerous. They are part of the thugs. And they usurp their powers to brutally...
And to listen to our story and to investigate.
No,
because
but it's much worse than that. There are some police that are so raging, they will literally hurt you and kill you. So we run for our lives. Okay? So the next day, then we went back to the motel, and they compromised the computer there. All of a sudden, the computer there crashed. We looked outside in the parking lot of our motel, and of course, what do we see? Cult cars. These filthy, dirty cult cars. Some of these cult people, they live in their cars, not all college students. You get all the riffraff, the criminals, the thugs, following you 24/7. We don't want to be followed by criminals. We don't want to be monitored by criminals. We are United States citizens. We need to be released from this. So the next day, we go to, what part of Connecticut? Manchester,
which is like
Connecticut. We went to a beautiful mall there. Manchester, Connecticut is a beautiful area. We thought maybe we can get a legitimate computer there.
Huge mall.
Right, yes. Okay. And before we went there, we went to a couple of office stores. We have it all documented, like Kmart and Staples. And they all play the same game. We don't have them anymore. Or maybe they're in the back room, but we sold them out. Or maybe we didn't. So we just went in there and said, you're on tape recording. Okay, you are cited for hiding the 4Gs on us. Okay, and we just walk out. And we leave with their mouth open. Or a lot of them say, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
They act all flabbergasted.
I know, or they say, are you crazy? Yeah. What are you talking about? I'm going to call the police. This is all we hear. I'm going to call the police. The thugs keep on saying it too. I see they go with their cell phone. I'm taking a picture of your license plate. Now I'm going to give it to the police. Like they don't know our license plate number. They know much more than our license plate number. They know our social security numbers. They confiscated all our personal records. They screwed us up. I mean, they played the most sickening, vile games. And you say to yourself, I can't take this anymore. Okay? We need help and support to get out of this. Anyway, we're going to end it here. And we're going to try to come right back. If we don't come right back, Please look for us. Please spread the word around. Okay? Please help us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please help us.
Yes.